What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video. This is a continuation on from last week as the team destroyed Project Insight and Freddie Mac is finally dead. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing with notifications on so you never miss a video, and if you enjoyed the video, please do consider dropping a like as it does help us out massively. So we open with the Predictor, who is explaining that their plans are actually working as she speaks to the leader of the time-traveling Chromicons, and they are just needing to find the right time in the past. We get more action as the Zephyr is located because they've actually revealed their location due to blowing up Project Insight. And well, as the lighthouse was not flooded as their original plan, Mac still needs to find his parents in a storyline which I personally don't really care about. I didn't really enjoy this episode because there was so much about Mac's parents which, personally, I just am not interested in. Mac, aside from a relationship yo-yo, see what I did there? Yeah. Well, he hasn't had much characterization to make me really care about the character. And he may be a cool dude, and he's the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's no Agent Coulson, really. Now, Sousa and Daisy have actually been captured as of last week by Nathaniel, the son of Malik. Well, he mentions that he isn't Hydra, and he doesn't pray to a space octopus, which is, of course, Hive, who, in the original timeline, he was actually sacrificed to. I guess they just didn't bother sacrificing him, which is weird. It's an absolutely strange one because it was such a big part of Gideon Malik's backstory. He mentions that he wants Daisy's powers. He mentions that he's contacted Daniel Whitehall, who was, of course, the Nazi soldier who operated on Inhumans to perfect an anti-aging method. He obviously later went on and was just a general bad guy, a real bad hombre there. So Coulson and May are interrogated by Stoner, who, while it was great to have him back, we never really got to see too much of him and really learn about S.H.I.E.L.D. back there in the 70s. I guess we did sort of get an explanation as to why he created that video. Later on, I will discuss that in this video. But I guess we can't absolutely have everything, can we? Now, May's superpowers again appear as while being interrogated, she realises that she gets no emotions from the agent who was helping interrogate them with Rick Stoner. Coulson and May realise that the Chromicons are able to transfer personalities, but somehow it's actually in a machine similar to last season where Fitz and Simmons were kept alive to actually explore their minds. We had some amazing scenes there in that. And it's a bit weird that we don't really get too much of that. I want to see more of the Chromicons. They're sort of a villain where they don't really seem all that threatening and we never really see much about them. I just want to know more, or at least their hierarchy, or see them work. And we never see much of their personalities. I guess they're robots, but it would be nice to explore them a bit more. But Stoner is next for conversion, and I wonder how many actually slip through the net there. I wonder how many of them are actually back in our times who weren't actually found, because there were a lot of hunters there when Coulson looked at them. But Mac actually has to go and help his parents, and we all know how that turned out to be. Again, it's not really something I found interesting, and it seems a bit forced there, to be honest. There may be others who like that, but for me, I don't really care. But Nathaniel has now operated on Daisy, and I'm further shipping Sousa and Daisy there. To be honest, I just want them to be happy, I'm not going to lie. But, of course, it's a bit of a dangerous thing for them. Simmons is also operated on by Enoch as Deke looks very, very concerned, just as Coulson goes to confront Sybil. He is surrounded by hunters, but Sybil can see everything in the past and predict a future there, and she can see what future will come out if everything, or even a minute thing, is changed there in the past. I guess she's really living up to her name, the Predictor, which is a predictable thing. Yeah, I'm going to move on from that. But she wants to build a new home planet. Of course, Earth is the usual one there, which always gets almost taken there. But theirs was destroyed last season, of course. And it's because, well, humans act irrationally, and Chromicons can simply just wait us out. They can just wait until we die and take our planet. Yeah, it's not looking good. But can we get some F's in the chat, boys, for the Simmons LMD theory, as the thing in her neck never actually turned out to be something to do with a Chromicon, but it's just used to help her actually forget your boy Fitz, as they spent a very, very long time trying to find out where and when the Chromicons are and what they're doing so they can stay ahead of them. So I think the only way to actually work this out would probably be a Chromicon. What if, with the help of Enoch, they transferred their minds into a Chromicon or built one, and Gemma and Fitz actually infiltrated the mothership to see where they went? That would be the only way, or place even, that Fitz could probably work out exactly what they're doing. That'd be really interesting. They could have done all this, gone back the first time they went back in time, and actually went forward and sort of downloaded all this data, and they're still, both of them, there in the future. Of course, the aging thing is interesting, and if she just simply went back, yes, she wouldn't have aged whatsoever. A bit iffy there with that theory, bit rusty there, but I do think that's definitely what happened, in my opinion. She could possibly, or at least Fitz could be there as an LMD or a Chromicon, and Simmons hasn't aged whatsoever. Perhaps she was in stasis or something similar, or she simply went back in time. But Coulson has had enough and decided to blow the Hunters and himself up, as dying is his superpower, which means he will no doubt be remade next week. But Stoner the Simp finally tries to get a date with May, which doesn't work at all. However, we finally learn that the reason for the lighthouse being created was thought up by May, as she said to Stoner to make up a reason for what happened, maybe something like a hydrogen wave crisis, which leaks into the Project Reclamation, which was used to save special elite people from the said crisis, which is what was mentioned by Stoner in those videos there at the lighthouse. Eventually, we finally see that Mac's parents are Chronicons after all of this goes down, and guess we now know that Chromicon 2.0s can replicate actual human personalities, which is going to be very tough moving forward. And it's also tough for Mac because he had to, sort of kill his parents. But I'm not too sure if the real ones are alive. Does the personality transfer kill the original? Or at least I'm not sure. We also have Sousa decide to stay with the team, so us, Sousa and Daisy Stans can live to ship another day, and Mac decides he needs to get some air and rides off and goes off into the... Actually, he just drove a bit away from the Zephyr. That was it. Deke goes to check if a co-owner of his company is okay, and they suddenly get stuck behind, which is a real problem because they're stuck in the past in 1982. Now, next week, spoilers, is probably going to be the episode of the season, in my opinion, as we see Mac and Deke stuck in 1982, and Deke's living out every single 80s movie of all time, while Mac has one hell of a beard. There'll be robots, and Coulson is sort of like Mac's headroom there, which makes me think that Coulson has been uploaded when he died, and he's there in the lighthouse on a TV or in a monitor in 1982, and he is the AI of the lighthouse, or at least in that year, which is going to be pure gold. But that's it for this video, so please do drop a like down below, please do subscribe with the notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.